There's a silence in the morning that carries promises and dangers. It's a sharp kind of air. You feel it not just with your body, but with your spirit. When you wake up, even before your eyes fully open, invisible battles are already underway. Some people wake with a heavy chest, not knowing why. It's like someone left a shadow over their life. Today, I want to talk to you about building armor for those first moments of the day. It's a strong shield to protect your path from hidden envy. It guards against blows that come disguised as normalcy. Seeing envy is an art of the heart. It doesn't arrive announced with trumpets. It rarely shows an obvious face. It dresses as advice, a smile, or an offer of help. Envy corrodes from within. It's like rust that starts in a hidden spot. Without care, it eats entire structures. That's why morning prayer needs to be advanced. Shielding. It's a consecration of your day, your words, and the doors you'll open. This isn't about fear. It's about wisdom, setting spiritual boundaries before letting others' words and intentions enter your space. Remember how ancient stories talk about disputes that start small. They grow into tragedy. No need to dramatize. Many conflicts that ruined lives began with a cutting word, a look holding anger, or a silent comparison. The enemy's first move is often planting the seed of comparison. Fed by whispers, it explodes into destruction. When you pray in the morning, you act like a gardener. You protect the soil. You pull the small weed before it roots deep. The protection I propose isn't an empty technique. It's an attitude of surrender that places something greater at the center of your day. When you cover your heart with words of consecration, you seal your life like a house with sturdy hinges. The words you speak at dawn have power to shape the atmosphere around you. So start by declaring your heart is a safe place. Nothing evil will find a home there. No crooked tongue will sway your steps. This is practice and belief walking hand in hand. When envy works in silence, it often uses agents. Conversations that seem harmless, notes pointing out flaws, comments hiding in tones of concern. Pay attention to how you react. If your first response is to justify, explain, or defend, you might be fighting fire with fuel. Morning prayer builds inner resistance. It changes your reply. Instead of feeding discord, you respond with peace, boundaries, and wisdom. That wisdom comes from a conscious choice. You decide not to let your soul be invaded. There's a powerful language in those early hours. Gratitude. Before any news, before checking messages, speak gratitude. When you start by recognizing the gifts in your present, you close doors to comparisons and envy. Gratitude acts like light. It exposes traps and reveals intentions. It doesn't erase difficulties, but it shifts focus. Instead of measuring what's missing, you celebrate what's yours. When you celebrate, what could become envy finds no fertile ground to grow. Don't ignore the power of your mouth either. The words you give yourself and others. A tongue that punishes and accuses doesn't need much to cause damage. Some think words are light, but they carry wounds that echo for a long time. In morning prayer, ask for the sanctification of your speech. Let your voice be an instrument of healing, not destruction. Let your lips protect, not expose. Speak to yourself with tenderness and firmness. Set boundaries that preserve your soul and reputation. Wounded people often attack disguised as advice. They say they're concerned. Others use praise that cuts like blades, comparing and suggesting inferiority. True physical and spiritual protection starts with discernment. See who walks with you with a pure heart. Spot who walks with veiled intent. Pray for discerning vision at day's dawn. Ask for eyes that see beyond the surface. Ask for hands that know when to pull away. This isn't isolation. It's care. Stepping back isn't rejection. It's preserving the holy place God deposited in you. Think of the armor image too. You don't wear it for vanity. It's practical logic. Each piece guards a vulnerability. The helmet protects the mind. The breastplate shields the chest. The sandals steady your steps. The shield blocks arrows. In your morning prayer, Name these pieces for yourself. Ask protection for your decisions, your wounded heart, your home, your work, and your relationships. Make each piece a request, a declaration. This turns prayer into action. Action becomes tangible faith, but beware of pride that can sprout amid blessings. Sometimes, the very protection God provides can make someone lift themselves up. They look with contempt at those without the same chances. Walk in humility when blessed. It's one of the greatest preventions against blessings becoming a downfall. In prayer, ask for humility too. Let blessings become tools of generosity, not superiority. Those who live in humility repel envy. They dissolve the fuel envy needs, pride. There's also a simple, effective practice. Declare protection over your words before speaking. How many doors were locked by words spoken in emotional heat? How many were opened by words of peace said calmly? At waking, make this a maintenance for your speech. Ask that your lips be tools of reconciliation, not war. This guards your relationships. It also protects your path. Words planted early yield fruit that lasts all day. Now, imagine for a moment that envy is a shadow trying to nest in your surroundings. How do you react? First, recognize the shadow. Second, turn on the light. Third, call for help. You don't need to rely on your strength alone. There's a mantle that covers those who cry for protection. There's a dusk that fades when morning is claimed by prayer. In describing it this way, I'm not asking you to react with fear. React with authority. Prayer isn't a passive gesture. It's active positioning against all evil intent. Your morning vocabulary choice is essential. Words like "I don't allow it," "I'm protected," "My home is safe," carry weight when spoken in faith. Don't fall into vague talk. Be specific. Say what you want to close and what you want to open. When you set clear boundaries, you reduce chances of surprise attacks. Remember, setting boundaries may hurt at first. It takes courage to face toxic ties, but it's worth every step toward freedom. On this path of vigilance, prayer must include forgiveness, not for those you think deserve it, but to free yourself. Holding grudges keeps a door open to envy's poison. Forgiving isn't approving evil, it's removing its power over you. At dawn, ask freedom from old hurts. Let prayer be the remedy that seals wounds. It stops them from drawing further attacks. When we forgive, we close breaches that could be used against us. There's a community dimension too. Praying for those around you boosts protection. It's not just about you. It's about the network sharing your life. When you lift others in those early hours, you create spiritual glue. It keeps alliances honest. It exposes shady motives. Dedicate part of your morning prayer to protection for your closest ties, family, friends, colleagues. This practice strengthens bonds. It reduces selfish drives that spark conflicts. The heart of what you defend in the morning must include recognizing your own value. Often, the envious one hasn't found their own worth. When they see your shine, they react with emotional vandalism. Don't respond to envy by diminishing yourself. Instead, affirm your own dignity and worth. This is part of the armor. Know your value so no one defines it for you. Start the day reaffirming your identity, gifts, boundaries, and mission. Vigilance needs daily updates. No point putting on armor one day and exposing yourself the next. Circumstances change. People do too. Each morning calls for renewal. Make your first words a ritual of protection and refresh. Even on hard days, repeat promises of guard. Reaffirm your trust. Ask wisdom to handle coming clarities. Consistency builds a routine. It gives resilience to your walk. In this preparation, learn to listen to yourself before accepting any outside story. The world offers versions of your life. Gossip, opinions, judgments. If you first hear your own truth before the divine, you're less likely to get pulled into others' tales. Morning prayer is an anchor too. It's a space to hear what stirs in you. Make it a listening spot. Discern when criticism is correction to embrace, or when it's just camouflaged poison. Prudence demands practical action, too. Step away from environments that feed envy. It's not cowardice. It's strategic wisdom. Sometimes protection means choosing where to be and who to talk to in the day's start. At the same time, pray for doors that should open. Close those bringing only stress. Don't confuse patience with prolonged exposure. Armor has parts needing tactical moves. Morning prayer is the action plan guiding those steps. Now, when another's mouth becomes a weapon, remember outbursts only make sense with inner understanding. Before defending with harsh words, take a silent moment, breathe, pray. Many verbal battles escalate from impulsive reactions. By praying first, you buy time, you mature the response. You avoid making your tongue a tool of harm. The phrase you skip while praying can change a relationship's story. There's an issue many neglect. Some prefer keeping shadows around because it gives them power. Sometimes, when you shine, their consistency feels threatened. Don't take it as offense. See only that your light exposes weaknesses unrelated to you. Morning prayer becomes a shield of mercy then. Ask that truth's light act without revenge. Let it transform, let it keep your peace. True blessing doesn't seek to destroy. It seeks to restore. Let me pause for something practical now. If these words weigh on you and you recognize battles starting early in your day, something is available to help right now. I prepared a personalized, free prayer. It's designed to place this armor over your day specifically. It's tied to your pain, your hope, what you fear facing at dawn. If this touches your heart, find the link below. It's not technical. It's an invitation for someone to pray for you, so you don't face mornings alone. Moving on, imagine the power of a community united in prayer. There's strength in knowing voices join yours. They understand the fight against envy and hidden attacks. But before diving in, keep strengthening your inner self. Practice silence, gratitude, and forgiveness daily. Strengthen your speech with gentle authority. Armor stays firm when each part is fed by spiritual habits. Community amplifies it, but the base must be built by you. There are spiritual strategies protecting against hidden plans. Ask clarity for the heart, discernment for relationships. Light on what's concealed. Often, what seemed harmless reveals itself when someone prays sincerely for revelation. Make this daily practice a commitment. Ask revelation of hidden things not to harm, but to protect and act justly. Revelation without love steals. Revelation with mercy frees. This is a delicate line, but necessary in times of veiled darkness. In shielding the day, include your family and home in morning words, too. Declare protection over those sleeping, over paths to be taken, over exchanges, finances, learnings. When you speak protection for the home, you shift the collective atmosphere. Arrows from outside hit a wall unbroken by gossip or intent. Doing this aloud is an act of authority and love. It echoes in the routine of those living with you. Morning prayer doesn't cancel the need for worldly prudence. For every prayer, there's a matching action. Mend relationships. Step from harmful contacts. Adjust schedules. Breathe before opining. Protective faith also acts. Don't expect words alone to fix if you keep doors open to hostility. Combine prayer with attitude. Then you're truly equipped to face the day with serenity. When thinking of others' words, remember what they say doesn't define your essence. There's power in walking free of others' approval. It weakens envy by removing its mirror. When you accept and know yourself, criticisms lose power. Pray for your identity to be firm and unshakable amid accusations and whispers. Thus, inner armor becomes resilient. You're not easily swayed from purpose by those seeking to shrink you to feel bigger. Now, nearing the end of this talk, I invite you again to a concrete step. If your soul craves support, if your morning stays a stage for silent pursuits, know there's a space of ongoing care. Beyond the free personalized prayer, there's a prayer community. People walk together there, offering daily support and mutual intercession. The link is below and in the description. If you wish, join this prayer circle. Contribute as your heart leads. not from duty, but communion and love. Before the final blessing, let me reaffirm 3 protecting attitudes: discernment over words, gratitude as light exposing traps, forgiveness sealing wounds. If you cultivate them, your morning shifts from battlefield to ground of peace. When peace enters, arrows once surprising now bounce off harmlessly. Practice with constancy. Don't expect miracles without spiritual discipline. Grace works with your choice to protect what's holy in you. Now, if you felt the weight of struggles and the hope of escape, allow yourself to be accompanied. The free, personalized prayer extends this care. It's a simple, intimate gesture. Someone places your needs before the altar with you. If you seek belonging, the prayer community welcomes with open arms. It's a place where those committed to caring for others and being cared for find sustenance. The link is below, in the description, awaiting your faith step. At this moment, breathe deep with me. Imagine armor placed piece by piece on you. A helmet guarding thoughts, a breastplate shielding emotions, sandals steadying steps, a shield blocking disguised attacks. Feel the weight turn to security, as if a stronger presence covers your whole day. This isn't fantasy, it's spiritual posture. Each morning you repeat this, living protected becomes more natural. I end now with a strong prayer. To seal all said, for your morning to be safe and full of peace. Close your eyes for a moment, if you can. Let these words sink into your heart. May protection envelop you. May clarity come over others' intentions. May peace dwell in your home and mouth. Receive the promise of guard over your paths. Know that upon waking, you're not alone. Forces rise to watch over what's entrusted to you. Father, I ask protection this dawn for every heart hearing me. Cover with a mantle of peace those waking in fear. Give vision to those confused by others' words. Give strength to those needing boundaries. Guard each thought. Cradle each emotion. Preserve sincere relationships. Reveal wisely what must be distanced. Give tongues that speak healing, hands that help without competing. Let envy lose ground. Let truth bloom, turning pain to learning, conflict to restoration. Support today. Support always. Go in safety, firm in your morning armor. No protection renews when you choose to pray, forgive, and speak in love. May peace, surpassing understanding, guard your heart and mind. May the light you spread return to bless you. Amen.